Let's go with the New Year's resolutions, guys. I can go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't write any down, so didn't write it out. Oh,
Some of these run together, right? Uh, some of these are little comments. So I'll give you guys some info. Yeah, share a little bit of personal stuff with you guys. I usually wouldn't. One thing I want to do that is, of course, a personal goal is to just exercise more, eat better. Pretty standard, right?
yeah.
I think we could all probably say that. I'm turning 40 in May. I would like to live for a long time. I really enjoy life. I truly do. I want to live for a very long time.
At least 10 more years.
Man, I want to live till at least 100. That's the goal, right? I would like to, as long as I feel good. I'd like to be able to see everything that's going to happen in the world, everything with video games. I definitely I still have the Phoenix Suns winning a championship on my bucket list since 1992. So I don't know how long that's going to take, and I have zero control over that, which sucks.
Wow. Since Charles Barkley was playing in the Suns.
Yep, since we got him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, watched all the games, every single game. I have not missed a game. Did you guys know that?
Hmm.
I don't know if I've ever told you.
Yeah, you brought it up, I think, once in a when we were talking afterwards. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a very serious thing for me. Another goal is to continue to improve with YouTube as far as video editing efficiency. That I don't know if everyone knows, but I started doing this 2 years ago. I think I posted my first video January 1st, 2023. And I had literally knew absolutely nothing. And I know a little bit more than that now. As we all know, anyone who does video editing, there's just so much to learn. Uh, I didn't take any classes or learn anything. I didn't learn any of this in school. When I was in school, we were using the Apple computers and playing Oregon Trail.
Mhm.
Literally, not even the transparent Apple computers. I'm talking, I think the Apple
Yeah.
IIs were the ones we had.
Wow.
The Oregon
And,
Trail and number munchers, baby.
Yeah, and Claris Works. Remember
Yep.
Claris Works?
Yep.
Classic. So yeah, this is all still like really new. So I want to just continue to work at that, uh, get better with that, so I can create, of course, a greater amount of content and play and review more games. Another goal, of course, is to ensure that my body is ready, both physically and mentally, to cover the Switch 2 launch. I mean, for real, right? Like, you got to be ready. Part of that is getting a decent amount of sleep. I think that helps. I think eating right helps. All that stuff, exercising so you have enough energy, because it's gonna be heavy, right, guys?
It's gonna be. Uh, I don't know how I'm gonna survive.
I don't know how you're gonna do it, man.
I literally won't get to sleep for like 2 months. It's gonna be bad.
I have a couch
Yeah.
here, so I can sleep in the studio. I have a couch right there. So
Yeah, if I do that though, I might get yelled at. Then again, with how much I'll be working, I might not be allowed to sleep in the bed anyway. So,
Yeah,
I got the couch over there.
it's true. Guess you have to cross that bridge when you get there.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
She already knows it's gonna be a lot, and I'm already working a lot. So, oh boy. Anyways,
Let's see. Okay, so as far as, subscriber count and that, again, I don't look at my numbers. I don't look at anything. I don't want to. So I would say I'd like to just continue to grow the channel and grow it getting better with my content. Uh, I'll be doing some work this year with Mike that I'm looking forward to with Indie Mania. That is something that's on my goal list, to do a good job with that, of course. And then one thing I haven't told you guys really about, a couple, I can't say much actually. I found out that I'm really not allowed to say much, but I am starting a job in addition to doing YouTube.
Mm.
It was an opportunity that it came up that I literally could not say no to. Is with the government, and I have I have a certain clearance where I'm actually not. I can't even put this on my like LinkedIn or anything. I can't say what it is uh, publicly. There are obviously some people that know, but it's a really good opportunity, and it's work from home, and it's a as long as I do good, it's a 10-year contract,
Mm.
and as long as I continue to do good, I'll get another 10 years. So this is one of those things where it's like, man, this is perfect, right? For doing YouTube and what I
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
to not have to go drive in to an office and sit in traffic for hours in the morning and hours coming home. I did that for years in mortgage and in the restaurants. And it's the biggest waste of time in the world sitting in traffic, especially when you can do your job from home and be more efficient. So, pretty hyped about that. Those are some of my personal goals.
Mhm.
Maybe a couple gaming things. You know, when I think about gaming goals, it's like a lot of them are hopes and dreams, right, guys? It's like, what do we hope to happen in 2025, right? But I did have a couple of goals, I guess you could say, maybe just one, but I looked to see how many games I reviewed in 2024 on my YouTube channel. It was 45 games. So, of course, the goal is to what? Review more games, right?
Past
And I
40.
think I can because I've really learned as the years went on, like as 2024 went on, and with each review, and you guys know this, you try and get a little bit faster, a little bit better each time to try and make every step count. And so you can do everything faster, but without obviously cutting any corners or sacrificing any quality. So I think I can definitely do more than that this year, which I'm excited about. Excited about that opportunity. And again, I feel like I'm going to have to with Switch 2 anyways, and all these
Mhm.
other games coming out that we will be talking about, Nate, in in your topic that I'm very excited about. So that's pretty much it. I think for me, it's going to be a fun year, right? 2025, my 40th birthday, Nintendo's 40th anniversary, Mario's 40th birthday, or of Super Mario Brothers at least. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
There was a patent about that.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, about the
Mario.
anniversary celebration?
Mhm.
Oh, I
Hey,
can't wait to hear about it.
why would Nintendo patent again or update the patent for Mario 35th, but there's more squares now in the patent.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait to hear about it. Uh, so with that said, Mike, why don't you go next then?
About what? What are we doing? Are
Let's
we
hear
talking
let's hear
my
your New Year's
resolutions? My
New Year's
resolutions.
resolutions.
So I renewed the one from last year about losing weight. That one has been renewed. I paid my bills. That one, I kind of had to sign another contract with that one. Um, but but I've been renewing every single year. It's like T-Mobile, AT&T. Have to kind of an annual contract with that one. So this year again, but this year is a little more serious than last year. And each year gets more serious when it comes to weight loss and health. So I'm on that train
Mhm.
as well. Um, Health wise, of course, getting my eyesight, trying to get my eyesight better because one of my goals is to actually publish more, not more, start publishing reviews on the channel, not
Good.
more. I have a concept that I started called speed run reviews, right? So it's like I speed run through a review of a game, give you all the highlights, details, everything you need to know to kind of get into it, spoiler free. So I do have one speed run review on the channel. That's it, one.
What
But I
game was
did.
it for?
Um, it was for what was it? It
Mike, it's
was
only one.
it was Mario Party. Mario Party. Not Mario Party. The other one. Paper Mario.
Brother
Paper Mario.
Brothership?
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that one review. I did that one just to see how I felt about it, how it came out. So I
Yeah.
liked it. I'm gonna probably do more of those. But of course, I'm like Nate, covering news. I like products, so I'm gonna cover more products, more unboxings. I have one unboxing I did last week. I'm gonna do a lot more. I have this little thing here because I'm a partner with Aver Media, so they sent me this. I'm not sure if it's available yet, but I keep showing it anyway. Um, this thing here, which is capture card. It's external battery at the same time. It's a plug. It's so you can capture game footage while you're out, like on the car or whatever. It'll capture in here. So it's a external battery. It's a capture card. Um, it's one of those. It's like a Steam, like like a capture card like this one. Like you can actually use it at like a regular capture card, but it's like a portable one that you can take also with you, and also a battery. So it has a lot of more. So I'm gonna do video on this because I know that a lot of people, because of Twitter, Nintendo getting rid of Twitter, we don't even know if they're gonna bring it back with Switch 2. So this little device here can help a lot of people capture their footage and then just kind of transfer it onto the computer and then share their clips and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
that's intriguing, actually. I'm
yeah,
looking forward to you doing your video on that
yeah,
because that is a thing for sure, is when you're traveling,
yeah, yeah.
trying to capture game footage. I traveled this past summer,
Hmm.
and it was the week that Nintendo World Championship
Yeah.
and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate came
Hmm.
out, and I'm like, I got all these wires coming out of me
Yeah.
as I'm sitting on the airplane. I'm just like, man, I wish this was easier, right? Because
Yeah.
there's no plugs either. There
Yeah.
was one plug, and I was surprised, but
Hmm.
I really need two.
Hmm.
And if I had a capture card that could you run off a battery pack,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be a good solution.
Yeah, this is a battery pack and a capture card, and it has a little prong so you can you plug it at the same time and whatever. That's pretty cool. I'll do that one. I also have the AR Neo glasses, AR Neo Air 2, whatever. That I need to
Yeah.
do also. So yeah, my resolution, of course,
Back up, baby.
my resolution for this year, 100K on the channel, more reviews, speed run reviews. Just because I can't make more longer reviews than that one, just kind of eyesight problem. But hopefully it can get better. And yeah, eat more, eat more food, and gain a couple pounds.
So you're
Oh,
saying the reverse of what you want to do.
Hug my wife more, hug my kids more. Mow the lawn when I'm told, take out the trash when I'm told.
they say that
Uh,
you don't do those things presently.
I do, I do.
All
Yeah,
right.
typical resolutions stuff.
All right. Nick, what are your resolutions?
Um, well, I'll organize them here a little bit. Personally, kind of the same, like the very bog standard, like work out more, eat better. Um, I'm trying to cut back on how much I eat out because
That's a big
I
one.
work in an office 5 days a week.
Mhm.
So it's very easy, even if I bring lunch, because one of my coworkers, he literally never brings lunch. We've worked together for a year and a half, and he has never brought lunch one day we've worked. So he's always going out to get food, and he'll like pop in my office and be like, "Hey, you want to go get some fast food?" And I'm like, "No, it's literally in the fridge. I brought lunch." So I'm going to try to do better about not eating out as much. One, cuz it's ridiculously expensive, and
Mhm.
two, it's
Good for
not
you.
that healthy. So,
Good for you.
Yeah,
um
yeah, I support that. I never went out for lunch. I never took a lunch, but actually bought a mini refrigerator, brought it to work, got my lunch, my food for the week, put it in the fridge. That's it. Easy, man.
I never skipped lunch.
it's it's that easy. It's so much easier to like bulk buy food, make lunch for the week than go out every day, cuz like
Yeah.
lunch nowadays at a fast food restaurant, your starter is like $10 to $12, which is like $50 a week at minimum. So imagine
Totally.
if you put that in, like, you can spend $100 and have food for like 2 weeks.
I agree, and it's the cost. It's obviously not as healthy, right? There's no two ways about it. And the biggest thing for me when I'm at work is that when you have lunch, so many people come back from lunch and the your personal production completely goes down because you eat this food, your body's digesting it, you're sitting down at a desk and the production goes down. So I would always eat like a super, super light lunch again that I'd bring in.
Yep.
And because I want to keep the production high all day because I was working in a bonus structure atmosphere. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
pump out as many loans as possible. So I get it, man. This is good. I
Yeah.
support this.
So that working out, there's a couple like financial ones I want to do that require me to be a little more intentional with my budget, which
Mhm.
is nice. And then content wise, I've got a couple. I am very I try to keep my goals very realistic and reachable. So I don't want to be like 50,000 on the YouTube channel. Like that's a little far out there. So I'm like, and I try to take it in like quarters too of like, okay, first 3 months, here's where I want to be at the end of the first 3 months. And then we go into the second quarter and then the third quarter and the fourth quarter and just try to segment it out like that. But my overarching goal for the year is to have all of my content self-sustainable. So like my anime YouTube channel is monetized now and it's gotten to a point where like I could use the ad revenue to pay for Premiere Pro for a year, which was
Mhm.
nice because I do use that
There you go.
every day. Um and then my podcast that I do, I want to get that YouTube channel monetized so that those videos can start just bringing in passive income every time we post an episode. And then I've started streaming on Twitch. So, like, I want to get my Twitch monetized so that can take donations and ad revenue and that kind of stuff, just so that by the end of this year, I'm not having to put any more personal money into content. Not that there's anything wrong with that,
Yeah.
but it is nice to take that financial burden off and everything starts paying for itself, which is just nice, and it's a
It's a W.
alleviated stress.
Yeah, it's a W for sure.
So, and then I think gaming wise, right now the only game resolution I have is to finally finish Persona 3 Reload because it's almost a year old and I still haven't finished it yet. Kind of like what you were saying, Stash, with if you start a project and you get halfway through and you stop. Yeah, I haven't played that game in like 3 months because I like to be intentional when I sit down and play it, and like
Yeah.
I haven't had the time to sit down and be intentional. So instead of just putting an hour here, hour there, and knocking it out over time, I'm like, well, I don't have 3 hours to sit down and play, so I guess I won't play it. So, and I told myself I'm not buying any more games until I finish Persona 3, I finish Mario and Luigi, and then I need to play Echoes of Wisdom because I got that for Christmas. So once I finish those three, then I can start buying games again, which includes Switch 2 games. So that's a little more incentive to actually finish the games in a reasonable amount of time. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here next year and be like, oh, I still haven't finished Persona, but it's fine.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really good goal, actually. I was going to say that should give you the motivation to get it all wrapped up before Switch 2.
Got to get your body ready for Switch 2, man.
I sure do.
God, man, you gotta.
All right. So look, I didn't really make any resolutions personally. So I've just been listening to you guys and I'm kind of like, well, look, obviously there's the health resolutions, but I'm like already on medication that's gonna basically guarantee that happens anyway. So I'm not really gonna focus on that for myself because that's something that I already started before we got to the new year. However, um I do want to do something this year. This is just something my fiance will appreciate. Try to find more time to spend with just her. I don't know how I'm gonna find it, but I gotta find it. I gotta find some time for her and I to actually like be a couple and not just parents and working and all that stuff all the time. So um I don't know, date night once a week or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But we're definitely gonna that's definitely a goal of mine this year. I don't even want her to know about it. She doesn't watch the podcast, so it's just something I'm gonna do. Which unfortunately won't start this week because she's heading out to Orlando on Friday.
I'll pick
So
her up at the airport.
she's gone for a week. I'm the one taking her to the airport and back, but then my daughter's in there, so is her sister. It's a whole thing. Anyways, so it won't be this week, but maybe next week when she gets back. That being said, that's kind of like my personal thing. I'm just gonna leave it at one. Sometimes you stack too many of those things, and it's just kind of unrealistic to get all of those personal goals in. So that's the one for me personally. Professionally with the YouTube channel, like there's always goals, right? There's always goals. I could throw something out there like I want to hit 200,000 subscribers. It'd be nice, but the subscriber count doesn't really matter. It's growing the average views and growing the average revenue. Business stuff that no one really likes to talk about. But I'm a full timer. This is my job. So, like, that's the stuff that matters is growing the average views per video and growing the revenue of the channel. And I don't know that I have any like specific goal, like, oh, I want videos to average 30,000 views and I want X amount of money per month. But I do know that the last 2 years, my first 2 years being full time, they basically were the exact same each year. So there was no growth, which happens. The fact that I was even able to maintain is crazy considering that last year was not a great year for me as a news channel. But the goal this year is obviously to get back to growth and get back to being better off financially for me and my family at the end of the year than I am at the beginning of the year. That is literally a professional goal of mine. I can control a lot of it. A lot of it I can't. All I got to do is bust my ass and hope the algorithm favors me along the way. So we'll see what happens. The Switch 2 console launch should help. In theory, I am technically the number one search result for Switch 2. So if they keep that name, I might be in a good position there. But they might not. It's rumors that it's still going to use that name. So there's that. Would it be cool to get 200,000? Sure, I'll do a big celebration, a bunch of giveaways and stuff if it happens. But look, we hit 130,000. We hit that in 2023. So then we only gained like 5, 6, 7,000 last year. So it's like, let's not like shoot for the moon here. Let's just see what happens. The other goal, and this is just in general, 0 months with negative subs. All summer long, all I did was lose subscribers every month. So it would be nice to have a full year where even if it's break even, it's still not negative. Then gaming wise, the biggest thing for me gaming wise is just also making sure that I, just like with my fiance, allow myself the time to actually play games. I do play games every week, but it's so sporadic. I feel like I need to find a way to schedule it in on specific days for like this set amount of time. Daddy's playing games, because otherwise I'm still going to play it sporadically when I have time, but it gets so spread out. Like, I haven't finished Echoes of Wisdom yet because I'm only playing it like an hour here, a random hour there. And you might go, well, is that all the game you played this week? Well, no, I played like 5 hours of Fortnite with my kids. I played Mario Party. I did this, but like the game I wanted to play, I only had time to fit like an hour in. So, trying to find more time to if you notice, maybe I got a time management problem, guys. 2 of my goals are related to time. So just throwing it out there that like that's kind of, maybe that's a general purpose goal, is just having things more on schedule. Which, by the way, the reason it's so off schedule is because I'm a YouTuber. Because welcome to YouTube. News comes and I have to cover it when it happens. Sometimes that means like financial meetings happening in the middle of the fucking night, where Furukawa was dropping a tweet at 2:30 in the morning, and I'm like, well, shit, I gotta go make a video because it's 2:30 in the morning, and Furukawa just basically announced the new system. So, things happen, but it's okay. It's the positives and the negatives of the job. The positives is I'm my own boss. I can walk away anytime I want for any reason I need to. The negatives, the schedule's kind of all over the place. And I don't get PTO or sick days. That sucks. I've been sick for like 2 months. I haven't been able to take a day off. It is what it is. I'm sick right now. Life moves on. So there we go. Those are just kind of my general goals. I don't want to sit here and talk everyone's ears off.